I'm Dana, and me and my family just bought a ranch, and it is a complete dream come true. It is something that I have been wishing for, hoping for a long time, and it's happened. And now we've got to figure out what we're going to do with the ranch. We've got to figure out how we're going to make all of the problems that you might find on a ranch turn and become solutions that are able to make us money. Because luckily we were able to buy the ranch with no mortgage, so we're not worried about making a mortgage payment, but we're definitely worried about making all the taxes and insurance and all of the overhead that we might have on the ranch. We're trying to make it profitable, obviously. And so the ranch is up in Brownsville, or rather Browns Valley, outside of Marysville, and it's 40 acres, which for us is not a little bit, it's a lot of it. And we've got rolling grassy hills and oak forest. And the previous owner had Highland cows, and they're still there. There's about 8 cows there. And there's no cross fencing. There's perimeter fencing. There's 5-strand barbed wire perimeter fencing, but there's no cross fencing. And the grass is knee deep and turning brown. So we're in May right now, and we've got to figure out a way to have some fire abatement, but then also find a solution to that fire abatement problem and hopefully provide us with some cash flow. So of course our minds turn to animals, and meat animals at that. So we're looking at goats, we're looking at sheep, we're looking at not so much cattle, because the return on the investment I think is not there. It's not something that I want to get into. But chicken, turkey, duck, small ruminants, I think that's where we're going to head with this. And it's at the end of a little lane called Chantilly Way. And so the ranch is going to be named Chantilly Ranch. So this is video number 1 with Chantilly Ranch, the making of Chantilly Ranch. And we will see how this goes. We have a lot of room for error. We have a lot of mistakes that I'm sure that we're going to make, and a lot of things that we can learn and listen to other people and see what they've done, and hopefully make not the same mistakes that they made. Hopefully learn from what they've got going on. So Chantilly Ranch, I've got a lot of pictures and video and things, and our journey starts now. And we welcome you on board, and we're very excited. Mom and Dad actually are the ones who bought it. Thank goodness for Mom and Dad. Myself and my 3 kids. I've got a daughter who's 16, 2 sons that are 11 and 8, about to be 9, and I've got a partner who's got a 13-year-old daughter as well. So we have a lot of hands on deck. Some of them are younger and less experienced than others, and some of us are older and hopefully more experienced, but we'll see how it goes. It's going to be fun. Our idea, the concept here, is to ranch in a way that is regenerative. And this is not a new concept. This is not something that I made up. This is not something that hasn't been around for generations and generations, but I do think it's something that we've stepped away from in terms of agriculture, in terms of raising meat animals, in terms of putting food on the plate. I don't think that regenerative principles have been followed for quite some time. Small family farms definitely have followed those because they have a small section of the world to grow their food from. And so if they ruin that land, then the food's not going to grow. The grass doesn't grow, the animals don't eat, and the family doesn't get fed. So that's not where we've stepped away. It's the large, huge agricultural businesses that have, funded lots and lots of row crops and huge feedlots and we stepped away from a sustainable practice in agriculture, and I'd like to come back to it. I'd like to bring our ranch, our product, whatever that ends up being. I'm sure it will change a few times, but whatever that ends up being, I'd like to put regenerative ranching principles to the test, see how it works, and then share that process with anyone else who'd be interested in getting into ranching. It doesn't have to mean that you move to Oklahoma and become a rancher. It means that you do with what you've got. So we've got 40 acres in Northern California, and we are going to do what we've got.